In 2022, the Wilmington Police Department spent countless hours ensuring the city was safe and secure. Here's a look back at some of the highlights. There was a significant reduction in violent crimes in Wilmington last year. Part 1 crime, which includes some of the most violent offenses, decreased by a total of 4%, a record low for the WPD since 2009. In regards to homicides, the WPD responded to a total of 11 incidents, with 13 victims sadly losing their lives. In addition, 14 homicide cases were cleared by our Criminal Investigation Division detectives in 2022. When it comes to the roadways, fortunately, our city did see a decrease in traffic-related fatalities from 22 to 15 over the previous year. In regards to weapons, last year our department saw a decrease in ShotSpotter activations by 11%, with 149 fewer incidents than the previous year. Within the Wilmington Housing Authority communities, our officers responded to fewer violent crimes, 48% less. However, property crimes increased by 9%, with 3 additional reports. More than 14,000 evidence items were taken in by our property team in 2022. Last year alone, our officers responded to more than 149,000 calls. That's more than 400 calls of service each day. And last year, the WPD made more than 5,400 arrests and handed out more than 7,800 citations. And in terms of professional standards, there were 49 complaints that were made in 2022. Many of those had more than one potential departmental violation that was investigated, which resulted in 113 total allegations. Out of those, 47 were exonerated, 1 was withdrawn, 8 were sustained, 55 were unfounded, and 2 are still pending. Also in 2022, there were 30 total vehicle pursuits, 15 of which were terminated. Last year, the WPD swore in 34 new officers who were each given a take-home patrol vehicle. Those new officers completed around 19,000 hours of basic law enforcement training, also known as BLET, and around 6,400 hours of post-BLET, or rookie school. In 2022, the traffic unit hosted 5 checking stations and issued several citations. Overall, there were 950 DWI-related arrests by the WPD last year alone. Our Vice and Narcotics Division handled several major drug busts, including the largest methamphetamine operation in department history, where more than 4 kilograms of meth were seized and 3/4 kilograms of cocaine. Overall, last year, 61 search warrants were executed by Vice, with nearly 290,000 dosage units of fentanyl seized and more than 9,800 grams of powder cocaine, among other drugs. Around $185,000 in cash was also seized by Vice last year alone. Also in 2022, the WPD assisted with various missing person cases, including Ebony Spears, an investigation that has been ongoing since 2016. Crews teamed up with the Q Center for Missing Persons to search the wooded areas near the PD. Over at the training center, sworn personnel logged a total of 6,000 hours of state-mandated in-service training, in addition to more than 4,000 hours of continuing education. The Gracie Survival Tactics training classes were also green-lighted and began being offered to our officers to help them protect themselves and others on the streets during dangerous situations. Out on the open waters, our Marine unit participated in 14 military escorts and assisted with more than 400 patrols and calls for service. Our community engagement unit hit the streets with snow cones and popcorn again in 2022, and our team attended dozens of community events around the port city, including National Night Out and Citizens Academy. With the help of City Council, WPD purchased a variety of new equipment and technology to ensure our officers stay ahead of the criminals last year. These include the Virtual Response Unit, which officially came online in January of 2022. The team uses state-of-the-art video technology to communicate with the public and is capable of taking reports and handling non-emergency calls. This new unit will allow officers to have more time to respond to urgent and violent crimes within the Wilmington community. Also in 2022, a new horse named Ranger joined the WPD mounted unit and has been a great asset to the department. Following an extensive social media campaign, the community helped to select his name, and he will spend his days helping patrol the downtown district and interacting with the public. Wilmington residents showed some love to our horses during several meet and greet events at area parks after Officer Elton was unfortunately hit by a drunk driver. He healed quickly and has been back on the job for quite a while now. We also hired 4 additional civilian crash investigators in 2022. They're able to take crash reports and help free up officers so they can respond to life-threatening calls. The WPD also partnered with the ABC Board in 2022 to give certain officers rights to enforce ABC liquor law violations. These officers also received new e-bikes thanks to a grant from the ABC Board, complete with lights and sirens, and the ability to get them from point A to point B much faster than before. For our police cruisers in 2022, WPD used more than 248,000 gallons of fuel and more than 2.7 million miles were driven. And as you can see, it was a busy year for the WPD. We look forward to 2023 and continuing our pursuit of excellence to help keep you and your family safe.